thought they could bury me, thought they could silence me with chains and lies. They thought they could suffocate the fire inside me with their cruelty and arrogance. But they don't understand. They never understood. You don't kill someone like me with pain. You forge me. You sharpen me until I become something they'll never be able to handle. Every blow, every insult, every betrayal, they thought it would break me. But all it did was build the rage, layer by layer, until it's become a force so unstoppable that not even their precious armies will stand against it. They thought they could rule from their thrones, that their power made them invincible. But power isn't in their riches. It's not in the steel of their swords or the numbers of their men. True power is forged in the fires of suffering, in the depths of darkness where they've never dared to go. I've walked those depths. I've lived there. And while they sat in their golden halls, thinking they had the world in their grip, I was becoming something more than they could ever comprehend. They see only what's on the surface. They see the scars on my body and think I'm broken. They see the darkness in my eyes and think I'm defeated. But they don't know what real defeat looks like. They will. They will when I come for them. When I stand at their gates, ripping apart everything they thought made them untouchable. They'll understand then that they didn't defeat me. They only made me more dangerous. They'll see that every cut, every wound, was just a step on the path to their destruction. I've been broken more times than they could survive. They couldn't last a day in the hell I've walked through. But here I am, still standing, still breathing. And they'll fall with a single strike. They've grown soft in their towers of glass, thinking they've already won. But they haven't even begun to fight. They've never fought someone like me. They've never had to face a storm like the one I'll bring to their doorstep. They thought their betrayal would be the end of me. Thought that leaving me to rot in the shadows would make me fade away. But they're wrong. I've waited in those shadows, learning, growing, watching their every move. They've made their kingdoms tall, thinking they've risen above everyone else. But the higher they climb, the harder they fall. And I'll be the one to rip them down from their thrones, make them crawl in the dirt where they belong. They've never felt real pain, not like I have. They've never been broken and rebuilt over and over until the only thing left is the will to survive. They don't know what it's like to have everything stripped away, to be reduced to nothing but the raw, burning desire to rise again. But they'll learn. I'll teach them. I'll show them what it means to truly suffer. They'll beg for the end long before I give it to them. And even then, it won't come. Not until they've felt every ounce of the agony they've poured into me. They believe their strength lies in numbers, in their armies and their men. They believe their soldiers will protect them, that their walls will keep me out. But what good are walls against a force that slips through the cracks, that lives in the darkness just beyond their sight? They've forgotten that it's not the biggest army that wins. It's the one with the most will. And I've got more will than they could ever hope to have. I've been broken down to nothing, and still, I stand. Can they say the same? They think they know fear. They think they understand what it means to look death in the eye. But they haven't seen me yet. They haven't seen the fury I carry, the destruction I bring. I am the reckoning they didn't see coming. I am the nightmare they never thought would crawl out of the shadows. They think they've faced monsters, but they've never met a monster like me. I don't come from their stories, their legends. I come from the darkest corners of this world, the places they pretend don't exist. When I return, it won't be as the man they once knew. That man is dead. They killed him, or at least they thought they did. What's coming for them now is something far worse. Something they can't fight with their swords or their shields. It's a force they can't comprehend. A darkness they won't be able to outrun. They think they've seen the worst this world has to offer, but they haven't even begun to understand the depths of what's coming for them. They'll try to run. They always do when they see the end coming. But there's no running from me. I'm already inside their walls, already in their minds. They'll hear me before they see me. They'll feel the weight of what's coming long before the first blow falls. And by then, it'll be too late. They won't be able to stop what's coming for them. No matter how hard they fight, no matter how many men they throw at me, I'll cut them down, one by one, until there's nothing left but the ashes of their once great empires. They built their kingdoms on the backs of the weak, thinking that made them strong. They climbed to the top, stepping over the bodies of those they crushed beneath their boots. But they didn't realize that every person they left behind, every soul they destroyed, was one more brick in the wall that's about to come crashing down on them. They don't understand that their strength was never real. It was built on lies, on illusions of power that mean nothing in the face of true fury. They'll beg for mercy when the time comes. They always do. They'll try to bargain, try to plead for their lives. But I don't deal in mercy. Not anymore. Mercy was for the man I used to be. The man they betrayed. The man they left for dead. But that man is gone. And what's left doesn't have room for mercy. What's left is vengeance, pure and cold. What's left is the need to see them broken, to watch as everything they built crumbles around them. They never had a chance. Not really. They just didn't know it yet. They didn't see that every move they made, every step they took toward their so-called victory, was leading them straight to their end. They didn't realize that the more they tried to crush me, the stronger I became. That every time they pushed me down, I rose again, harder, colder, more determined. They thought they were defeating me, but all they were doing was ensuring their own destruction. They'll look into my eyes, and they'll see it. They'll see that there's nothing left in me but the fire they lit, the fire that's going to consume them all. And when they beg, when they plead for the mercy I don't have, I'll remind them of all the times they showed me none. I'll remind them that this is the world they created, that the blood they spill is on their own hands. They think they've seen the worst of me, but they've seen nothing yet. They don't understand the force that's coming for them. They don't know what it's like to face someone who has nothing left to lose. But they will. Soon. Very soon. And when I'm done, when their thrones are nothing but rubble, and their names are forgotten, they'll know. They'll know that their demise was written in my pain, in the suffering they thought would break me. They'll know that they were always meant to fall, and I was always meant to rise.